Hey Aries, how you guys doing? Thank you for visiting, stopping by. I'm gonna do a love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Ascending. This is for you and your partner, whoever you have on your mind. It could be someone you've dealt with in the past, an ex, someone you're currently dating. Okay. Keep in mind that the energy is interchangeable, so feel free to switch the roles if it makes more sense. And time is fluid, okay? So it can play out today, tomorrow, next week, or it could occur in the recent past. All right, you guys. So right off the bat, we have unmarked trail. Okay, so this is definitely making me feel like this is the journey, right? Your person is trying to figure out a way forward. Trail is indicating of a path. And we have revelation. So something here could be revealed. It feels like your person is on the verge of a spiritual awakening where they're getting hits, intuitive hits, downloads, signs, synchronicities as to how to move forward. So it makes me feel like your person may have been in a place where they've been lost and trying to find their way, trying to find their way back home, okay? Trying to find their way back to you. Now it says unmarked, so it makes me feel like your person just doesn't really know what's best for them, which way to go, right? They may doubt themselves. It makes me feel like this is also unexplored territory. This is something they've never done before. It's new. It's challenging them to maybe even do something that's outside of their comfort zone, okay? We also have in the hand. It feels like someone here is reaching out to you. Okay, I'm seeing like a hand reaching out to you, literally trying to touch you, trying to connect with you. It feels like your person is energetically trying to connect with you. It says the universe is your partner. So for some of you, it makes you feel like your person has questioned if, the divine spirit, maybe they're not very spiritual, but it makes you feel like they question why things have happened to them, things that may have not been very pleasant, okay? Their past experiences, very traumatic experiences. And like now they just want support. Now they want to know that they're loved, that they're supported, that they're not doing this alone. And so it makes me feel like your person is definitely feeling that energy of feeling devastated, feeling alone, miserable, okay? Feeling left out in the cold. And so now it says the universe is your partner. So the universe is on your side. The universe has your back. And that's what your person ought to know. Okay. We have Feast of Plenty. Feast of Plenty. This kind of looks like the Three of Swords to me, where there's two swords coming out of a heart. Choices and their consequences. So for some of you, you're dealing with your twin who had a choice, okay, to be with you, to come love you, to be there for you, support you, to nurture the connection, to protect it, and they did not. This energy makes it feel like your person made some bad decisions, choices, and now they're having to deal with the consequences of it, which may not be very nice, which may not be very good. So your person may be thinking about all the many options, opportunities they had in love. I'm getting the Seven of Cups with this feast energy. Maybe they were feasting on the many different other people they had dealing with, romantic interests and partners. It feels like your person overindulged. They were greedy. And it's because of their greed, because of their desire to have power, to have many different options, that has caused them to be where they are right now. Okay. And so it's like you reap what you sow. And so now this Feast of Plenty, it feels to me like they thought they had many options, but now they're realizing that those options weren't really great options. And what they lost was the best person, okay, was the best option for them, which is you. So now your person's like reaching out. Now they're trying to find a way forward, trying to get back on the trail, on this journey to come back to you, right? That's part of their journey, part of their lesson. And now they're trying to make their way back to you, finding that path and reaching out to you for help, reaching out to the universe for help. We have Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So I feel like your person is definitely feeling the hurt and pain of the loss. They're feeling deprived. There could be like grief, okay? Grief, loss, Five of Cups. I'm also feeling a lot of mental conflict, mental turmoil, really struggling with the fact that they are where they are right now, which is not a place they want to be. So now this Fool's Embrace is like your person just embracing the situation, trying to make the most of it, recognizing that they're a fool, right? They were a fool and they made some foolish decisions, okay? It also looks like your person is trying not to deal with the pain, right? You know, this could be someone here that feels really deeply about what they've done and how they felt about you, but wasn't able to express it, wasn't able to acknowledge it. And so they ignored it, okay? But the pain got worse, okay? It's almost like you hit you scrape your knee and you act like, oh, it never happened. And then all of a sudden it infects, right? It becomes much bigger than it was before. It oozes up, right? It oozes things and it's infected. And so it becomes something bigger where they just can't ignore anymore. So it makes me feel like your person may have ignored what this connection was, thinking that, oh, it'll go away. Oh, this isn't important. I don't need it. I don't want you. But now they're recognizing how foolish they were. And so this transmuting pain, it feels like they're feeling the pain of the loss of the connection. All right, we have Drifter. So I'm seeing a sailboat. I'm seeing like someone drift into the far, deep, dark seas. Okay, it feels like your person made the wrong decision and now they're like lost out in the sea somewhere where they're not being seen. They feel like they don't have people around them anymore. They feel unloved, they feel alone, they feel cold. Experiencing life as it comes. And so now your person is saying, you know what, I just want to go with the flow of things. I want to be able to, make the most out of this experience. So on this journey, there could be a lot of big life lessons. And so now your person's saying, I'm open to these lessons, right? I'm getting a Six of Swords energy where it's like, I now want to make peace with the past. Six of Swords. I want to move away from these wavy, choppy waters and go into cool, calm, serene waters. I want to drift into a peaceful, harmonious place. So there's changes happening for sure. And it feels like your person is wanting to go from like chaos, uncertainty, going down the wrong path, making reckless decisions to now moving towards something that feels good, something where they're accepting love for what it is, okay? We have Lost in Space. So this is really hitting on the nail about your person just being lost and feeling like an outsider, okay? I feel like they're feeling like an outsider. It says needing direction. So they're trying to find a way back to you, right? Finding that path, that trail. But this is really highlighting the fact that your person is realizing, I can't do it alone. This isn't the life I want to live anymore. I don't want to be on my own. Perhaps I want real love. I want partnership and companionship. I really feel like your person is recognizing that after they've had it all taken away from them, this isn't what they really ultimately want, and they really are suffering this big loss. All right, so let's see what else we can find out. Again, if you enjoy these readings, like, share, comment, subscribe. I try to stick to the oracle when I do these twin flame readings and really channel the messages here. Let me know if you enjoy these readings. Okay, so we have release, okay? So there could be a big release right now, especially during the time of this eclipse. This is like releasing anything that just isn't serving you and your person's highest and greatest good, right? This could be releasing karmic ties, releasing toxicity, toxic energy, toxic way of thinking, mindset, beliefs, people who just are toxic, right? Now, this release card can also be releasing disappointment, anger, revenge, right? The need to have revenge, the need to be in power or in control of things, letting things go. When I see the release card, it makes me feel like maybe there's something that your person has to surrender and just give in and allow things to manifest just the way that it should. So there's that release card. We also have the observer. Okay. This is energy of like the Page of Swords. Your person is now watching, okay? They're watching, they're seeing how things play out. I feel for some of you, if you guys are like distant, apart, not communicating, maybe you guys are friends on social media, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Your person is watching you, right? They're keeping a watchful eye. They're observing your every actions. They're wanting to know what's going on with you, or have you moved on? How are you dealing with the breakup? Is there someone special in your life, right? They may be very nosy and curious, but it's a very interested energy, inquisitive about what's happening. And so the energy is telling me that your person still is holding on, the observing the whole situation, and maybe seeing things from a different perspective, a different point of view. Maybe they didn't see their wrongs or how they showed up. Maybe they didn't see how awful they treated you. And so now they're observing it. And maybe if they're observing it and putting themselves again in your shoes from your perspective, understanding things better. Surrender. I'm not surprised this came out, because just like the release card, this is part of the process. Releasing, letting go of control issues, surrendering, open up your arms, allowing things to happen. And it's not so much happening to you, it's happening around you. And it's being able to work with those energies. And a lot of you guys, that's what you're learning around this eclipse, that, you know, there's some things that are out of your control. Just like, you know, making your person do something. You can't make your person do anything they don't want to do. There are some things that are literally out of your control. And the only thing you can do is just watch, is wait, manifest, right? Meditate on it, pray on it. But that's what the surrender card is all about. It's really surrendering to the divine, accepting that this is all happening for a reason. Perhaps there are delays in me and my twin from being able to come together. There's a reason for that. And as soon as you accept that and you surrender to it, you're allowing yourself to live the best life you could. You're allowing yourself to move and flow with the energies and really allow things to manifest in divine timing. So that's really important, but it's also really difficult and challenging to do. We have movement. Now, it came out in reverse, so this is interesting. So it does feel like, again, there are some delays. Maybe things aren't moving as quickly as you would like it to. Maybe you've been waiting for communication to come in. You know, the energy may have said, oh, you know, my person was going to communicate a month ago and they still haven't. This is indicating of delays, right? A lot of stuck, stagnant energy. This could be your person holding on to the idea of something from the past, and it's getting in the way of them being able to pick up the phone and communicate or send you that text. It feels like there's the energy between you guys of really wanting to move, but we also have the snake here. And one thing about snakes is that, you know, some of them are poisonous, some are not. And it makes me feel like your person is questioning, has too much damage been done, right? Is this poison, right? Have I poisoned the relationship? If I was to come towards you, would you snap at me? Would you bite me? Would you push me away? So there could be a lot of things about feeling rejected by you, or in a fear of being rejected by you if they were to make a move. I also feel like with the snake, there could be literally like a snake in the environment, like a third party or a karmic partner, someone that is getting in the way of you guys coming together and being great. So there could be like some deception with the snake. There could be a betrayal. There could be lies, trickery here. Okay, that is creating some kind of road blockage in, you know, your person coming to you right now. But I also feel like if there is a karmic, I'm seeing the energy of your person's third eye opening, okay? They're seeing the truth of a situation. Maybe they blamed you for things, and now they're seeing things for the way it truly is and the way that it truly exists, okay? Take a risk. I love this card. So Fool card, take a risk. Okay, we have an animal on a mountain, kind of like similar to the Fool card in tarot. It's like jumping into the unknown, right? Let's do it. Let's go for it. I don't know what's on the other side. I may roll down the hill and kill myself. Let's just do it. So it feels like your person really is feeling encouraged, really want to put themselves out there, recognizing that there's so much more they can get, and it's worth the risk. So I feel like your person's really want to take a risk on love, recognizing that there's something of value here. There's something worth saving, and perhaps I have to take that first step. And it may not be something that I'm comfortable with. It may require me to really like be courageous and, you know, really close my eyes and just jump into it. But it feels like your person is willing to take that risk, which is a good thing to see. We also have boundaries. So, you know, this could be definitely something you guys have done. You may have set boundaries with your twin. It may have been necessary. It's not that you may have wanted to like push your person away, but it could have been simple fact that you had to protect your peace, your happiness, your joy. You know, maybe you got to a point where you and your twin were fighting, arguing. Maybe there was a lot of things that were said that were mean or in the heat in the moment. And it feels to me like maybe you needed space. And so boundary setting is the most important thing when you're in toxic ties or relationships or situations where someone just isn't, you know, seeing the bigger picture. It's best to remove yourself and set boundaries. Setting boundaries is your way to really protect, again, your peace, you know, your make sure you're having, you know, the life that you want, happiness, protecting your happiness. And you may have felt like being with this person at the time wasn't making you happy anymore. But it doesn't mean that you gave up on your person, just means that maybe there were some changes that were needed to be made. And so I feel like that's why the twin flame journey is here, right? You guys are learning how to live without each other, you know, independent of each other, not being so reliant on each other for happiness, for harmony, for, you know, you love each other, but you also recognize, well, maybe I can learn to live life and love myself right now and do the work and, you know, closer my connection with the divine. And that's going to help me in this journey, or this can help me when we do perhaps come back together. So there's that understanding. All right, so let's see what else we can find. So this is a little bit different. I'm introducing, it's called the Manara. It's an erotic oracle deck. So those of you guys who are not of age, 18 years and older, please only should be listening to this video. All right, so it is an erotic deck, so it will have some images that are a little bit visual, and maybe everyone isn't really comfortable with it, so I do want to put that disclaimer out there. All right, right off the bat, we have indulging in the impossible pleasure. Okay, so I feel like I'm seeing a double energy here. So it makes you feel like your person is feeling tempted. Now, we do have the observer. So for some of you, they're observing you, your every actions, they're observing your body, the way you look, and they like it. They are being turned on by you right now. This is someone here that's watching you, and they're definitely having this visual, these images of things that you guys did in the past. I'm seeing like this person wanting to please you again, wanting to be intimate with you, okay? There was something that is very intoxicating here, okay? It's like they're obsessively thinking about you with this double energy. And it's not in a bad way, right? Because this is like very, very sexual. We definitely have a man pleasing a woman going down on her. So I definitely get the sense your person is wanting to experience that again, overindulging in that. Okay. And it feels to me like I'm getting a Nine of Cups energy. That would make them so happy right now. Okay. There's something that would be so satisfying if they were able to indulge in that right now. Okay. And here's a good visual of that card. Okay. All right. So what else do we have? We have number 22, secrets and discoveries. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting the energy your person is definitely they have secrets, right? Maybe there's some things they kept from you, things that they didn't tell you, and that could be something here that they're sitting with and they feel guilty about. But there's also like secret desires, secret pleasures, right? There are things that maybe they've experienced with you they had never experienced with anyone else. Okay. It's like something that they were able to do with you that maybe you allowed them to do, and it was kind of like really out of this world, really kinky. And it feels to me like there's something about this connection, and it allowed them to maybe deepen their connection with you. It feels like this was a new experience. Discovery is saying something new, exciting, adventurous, and this is something that your person is thinking about right now. So the fact that it's coming up in the energy, secrets, discoveries, it makes me feel like that was a big secret. And rest assured that they've never told anyone. There's something about that was our little secret. I would never tell anyone about that. Dreams of repressed lust. Okay, so your person may be going to sleep dreaming about you, thinking about you, connecting with you, definitely on a sexual level. I'm getting like wet dreams as well. Okay, they may be acting out their fantasies with you, like squeezing their pillow. I'm seeing even. So I'm definitely getting like a lot of dreams of actually acting out. Okay, I'm getting like dramatic, very you be dealing with someone who likes to act. Okay, maybe they're just very dramatic and they're good at acting. But I'm seeing someone literally lying in their bed and hugging their pillow. Okay, so there's someone here who's like really want to experience that opportunity to act out on these lustful desires with you. Okay, because these have been repressed. For some of you guys, it feels like it's been 21, 22, 28 days, okay, literally since they've had like intercourse with you, sexual relations with you, and they miss that. Okay, it's very much very strong. Something about 20 something days. All right. Number 19, we have the promise of unending love. So I think your person is definitely saying like to themselves, like what made me give up this love, right? This was beautiful love. This was love worth keeping and holding on to. It's like I don't want to put it to an end. So it makes me feel like your person certainly is thinking about what they could have with you, right? If things haven't ended, where would you guys be now? And it's also telling me your person is like, maybe they made a promise to you. Maybe they said, oh, we're always going to be together, or I promise that if we disconnect, that we'll always come back. There's some promise here, okay? But unending love makes me feel like they're still madly in love with you. Maybe they wouldn't really admit that, okay, outwardly to you, but there's definitely an energy of I miss you, I love you, I still think about you. The hate nurtured with love. Oof. Okay. So we have an artist here. We have someone who has artistic talents. Okay. I'm seeing, okay, when I see hate, it makes me feel like there's something here that they may hate within themselves. There's something they despise. And it could be something about their inability to love on that level that you were able to love. Some of you guys that were jealous, okay? I'm seeing also a third party, okay? A karmic partner that got in the way, got in the way of what you guys were creating. I'm seeing someone literally with red hair holding a knife. So for some of you, there could be literally with someone in the way, getting in the way of what you guys had. They hated the fact that you guys really had true love. And this could be someone your person's dealing with, okay, that they got themselves intermingled with, okay, distracted by. And it feels like they hated, again, they hated the fact you guys were really, really in love with each other. And they were jealous, they were envious of what you and them had, okay? And we have the naked self, okay? So yeah, I feel like your person is definitely thinking about you, looking at you from afar, but also they may have literally pictures, photographs, videos of you naked. They may also be like watching, adult films and thinking about you, acting as if that, particular energy, person they're watching is you. So it feels like your person is definitely wanting to connect with you, be intimate with you. They're picturing you as being naked, but this also could talk about being, I'm getting like naked raw, okay? As in like, being who you are, okay? Just flaws and all. There's something about you being naked that was very, very beautiful, that was fascinating. They were able, again, to connect with you on that deep level. You were just yourself, you were vulnerable, you were open, and that is something that they miss very much so, okay? So that is what I'm seeing here. I'm going to pull a few more cards here. I hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know if you enjoy a little bit of that erotic energy. Channel messages from the Oracle deck. It's called Manara. If you do enjoy it, let me know. That's why I'll include it. I don't want to offend anybody. This is a little different for me as well. But if you guys enjoy it, I'm going to certainly keep it coming. Let's get a few cards from the Sacred Signs and Symbols. Okay, this is one of my Oracle decks on my Etsy shop. And if you guys want to purchase this deck, it is available for purchase. All right, so we have Rocking Horse, childhood trauma, early influences. So there could be something related to this person's past, childhood, their upbringing, which has shaped them to who they are today. So for some of you, it could be something from their past. Their childhood may have not been very pleasant or happy. And so they're not a happy person. There could be something about not getting the love from their parents the way they should have. And therefore, they're not able to express their love with their romantic partner. So there could be something here about clearing out of this this karma, something from their childhood, their upbringing, or just healing trauma. Okay, literally healing trauma. We have the gavel. So the gavel talks about decisions, judgment. Okay, judgment day is coming. So with this eclipse, it feels like your person wants to make some kind of final decision. Time is up. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to step up. It could be something regarding coming together, ready to reach out, ready to apologize. It definitely could be your person finding a way forward on how to contact you, how to get back in your life, okay? Especially if you have set boundaries, if you have rejected them or blocked them because of their past behavior. All right, and we also have bookshelf, karmic lessons. So this definitely indicates that there is some karma. This could be a karmic partner as well as your twin flame. Maybe there is some karma you guys had to clear out, right? Karmic debt. This also could be indicating of a karmic partner. Whatever it is, there's lessons here, right? There's lessons to be learned. Good karma, bad karma, right? And then we have ball of yarn, unravel, complicated, stringing along. So this is definitely confirming that maybe a lot of you guys, you held on a little bit longer than you should have, and perhaps you were the one who being strung along, right? Your person wasn't really intentional. They weren't really sure about what they wanted, and something just became very complicated. So now your person is trying to uncomplicate things, right? They're trying to get out of this knot that they've created, this big web of lies. Or, I'm getting the energy that something just became unnecessarily complicated to the point where it became too difficult, too challenging for you to stay. And so now there's the energy of now wanting to unravel things, okay? Wanting to make things easier, wanting to cut out things that don't serve them anymore. So I see that energy very strongly. We also have tunnel vision. Okay, we have narrow view, limited vision. So a part of what I'm seeing, a part of why you guys are on this journey is, learning how to see things more broadly, seeing things from a bigger perspective. And that could have been a challenge for your person. Could have been a reason why you guys bumped heads or didn't get along, may have had very different viewpoints, because someone here was very narrow-minded. Your twin may have only been looking at things from their perspective, their point of view. They may have not cared or considered your opinion or how you felt. And so now there's the energy of now thinking outside the box, now thinking not just for themselves, but for other people involved, because that's just what you do when you're in a relationship. So that is what I'm seeing, you guys. I'm going to stop here. Again, leave a comment if you enjoy these readings. Let me know how this resonated for you. Some of you guys definitely could have been dealing with a very, very sexual individual. Again, let me know if you enjoyed those erotic oracle card messages.